Hello, my name is Mrs. Stewart and I currently teach child development at Woodkirk. This PowerPoint is just to explain a little bit about what the course is all about and why it's a really good subject to pick in your options. The child development course that we do is OCR Nationals, and this is the equivalent to a GCSE, but the grades are different. So you aren't awarded numbers like your other GCSEs, you are awarded pass merits and distinctions. This course is a vocational course and it's suitable for people who want to learn practical skills in child development, skills that can be applied to early years settings. So it's definitely relevant to people who want to work with children. It's also good for other qualifications like health and social care, psychology and biology. The child development course is made up of 3 units. RO18 is an exam and it's an hour and 15 minutes long, and it has a mixture of long and short response questions. RO19 and RO20 are coursework units, and these are written and practical tasks. They are assignments that are provided by the exam board, and I'll explain a little bit about those as we go through this PowerPoint. RO18 is the exam component, and it covers health and well-being for child development. It's worth 50% of your overall grade, and you get 2 opportunities to sit and then resit this exam. This slide just gives you an overview of the topics that we cover in the exam unit. So we start off with why people decide to have children, reproduction and how that takes place, the biology behind it, what the roles and responsibilities of parents are in caring for children. Then we look at pregnancy and antenatal care, how the pregnancy progresses, how women are cared for when they are pregnant. We then go on to look at after the baby's born, what sorts of checks does the baby have, how are the parents and other members of the family supported after the birth. We also look at childhood illnesses like chickenpox and the common cold and how to manage and prevent them. And then the last objective is about child safety. So we look at safety in the home, safety labels on toys, and also things like stranger danger and online safety for children. This slide and the next slide just shows you some examples of the types of exam question that are included on the exam. RO19 is one of the coursework units, and this is worth 25% of your overall grade. It involves looking at equipment and nutritional needs of children from birth to 5 years. Basically, it's a scenario where we are imagining that we are setting up a new nursery, and we need to look at the different equipment that is needed for that nursery for different age groups, and also how we are going to meet the nutritional needs of the children in that nursery. So this just gives you an overview of the different things that we do in RO19. So the nursery that's in our scenario has got 2 rooms. So the baby room is children from birth to 12 months, and the older room is children from 1 year to 5 years. So we look at the different types of equipment that are needed for both of those age groups, and you have to select and reject some different equipment for that nursery. So you go off and research different types of equipment and you choose some specific ones for the nursery. Then we look at nutritional guidelines and requirements. So what do children need in those age groups to have a healthy diet? And we come up with menus for the nursery and explain why they meet all those requirements. And the last thing that we do is look at feeding solutions. So we look at breastfeeding and bottle feeding, and then you do a practical activity where you make up a bottle, and that's part of the assessment as well. RO20 is the second coursework unit, and this is worth 25% of your overall grade. And it's where we look at development from birth to 5 years. So we look at developmental norms. So what should children be doing at each age and stage? And then we apply this to a vocational scenario. Within RO20, we look at the different norms. So we look at physical, intellectual and social developmental norms from birth to 5 years. So what should children be doing at each age in each of those areas? We look at the benefits of learning through play. So why play is important for children and the different types of play that you can do and why they are important. We also then go on to plan some activities for children. So you have to choose a child. This could be a member of your family or a friend, and you have to design some different play activities that are based on their developmental norms. You then carry out those play activities and evaluate how well they've gone. Should you do child development? If you've got the following, then this course might be suitable for you. If you have an interest in human biology, social development and nutrition, there is quite a lot of written work involved. So even though it's a vocational subject, you need to have good quality of written communication and be prepared to do lots of writing where it's needed. You need to want to work with children in the future. So if you're interested in a career in teaching or working with children in any way, this course will be really good for you. There's quite a lot of independent work and research involved, so you need to be able to work independently, and you also need to be able to stick to deadlines. For RO20, you need to have access to a child between 6 months and 5 years old to carry out your play activities. So here is just a selection of some careers that are relevant to the child development course. So nursing, especially children's nursing, being a nanny, a paediatrician, which is a specialist doctor who looks after children, health visiting, social workers, nursery school teachers, midwives. A lot of students that do child development want to be a midwife, and there's so much involved in the course that is relevant to that as a career. But as you can see, there's lots of different careers that it would be useful for. This task is designed to give you a little bit of an introduction to child development and a little bit of a taster of the types of things that we do in lessons. So first thing that I would like you to do is find out what the following words mean: physical development, social development and intellectual development. Try and come up with some examples of the types of things that we are talking about within each type of development. Then you don't have to watch a whole episode of The Secret Life of 4-Year-Olds, but watch part of an episode and look out for the different types of development in that episode. Also think about what sorts of activities the children are doing during that episode. Different episodes have got different things in there, and which areas of development they are designed to improve. So think about why are the children doing each activity, and what area of development is that activity focused on? Is it focused on physical, social or intellectual? The link at the bottom of the page takes you to channel 4, where there's a list of different episodes, so you can pick whichever episode you want to focus on for this.